Welcome to the Bounce Back Journey podcast. I'm Rain, digital brand strategist for the Bounce Back Journey. This podcast is guided by me, Rain, but the stories, the framework, and the words you'll hear are written by Melissa, the founder and transformation strategist behind the Bounce Back Journey. In 2019, Melissa was terminated while on approved medical leave, a letter delivered by courier. Not even a phone call. That moment of disruption became the foundation for everything we teach here. I'm here to guide you through her story, her framework, and the lessons that can help you navigate your own rebuild. The stories shared here are based on real experiences beginning in 2019, written to help you navigate disruption, rebuild confidence, reclaim identity, and move forward with clarity. Your past is data, not damage. This is the Bounce Back Journey podcast. Let's begin. This is season 1, From Disruption to Direction. Episode 1, The Letter That Changed Everything. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a moment where everything you thought you knew about your life just stopped making sense? A letter, an email, a conversation you didn't see coming, and suddenly the ground you were standing on didn't feel so solid anymore. Maybe it was a job you gave everything to, a relationship you thought was forever, a health diagnosis that rewrote your plans. A business that didn't survive, a version of yourself that you had to let go of, even though you weren't ready. If you're listening to this, chances are you know exactly what I'm talking about. And here's what I want you to understand from the very beginning of this journey together. What happened to you, the disruption, the devastation, the disappointment, it doesn't define you. Your past is data, not damage. I'm going to say that again because it's the foundation of everything we'll build together in this podcast. Your past is data, not damage. It's information. It's evidence. It's the raw material for your rebuild. But it is not a life sentence. This podcast exists because there's a woman out there. Maybe she's 47 and just got laid off after 20 years. Maybe she's 52 and signing divorce papers she never imagined. Maybe she's 61 and wondering if it's too late to start over. And she needs to know it's not too late. You're not too broken. And you are not alone. Welcome to the Bounce Back Journey. Now let me tell you how this whole thing started. Because this isn't a framework that came from a textbook. It came from a breaking point. In 2019, Melissa, the founder of Bounce Back Journey and the writer behind everything you'll hear on this podcast, was exactly where you might be right now. She was on approved medical leave, taking care of her health, doing what she was supposed to do, following the rules, trusting the process. And then the letter arrived, delivered by a courier service, not even a phone call, a letter, terminated while on medical leave. Let that sit for a second. She wasn't let go because of performance. She wasn't let go because the company was struggling. She was let go while she was at her most vulnerable, while she was already down. And here's the part that doesn't make it into most success stories. She didn't bounce back right away. There was no overnight transformation. There was grief, confusion, anger. There were days where getting out of bed felt like a victory. Days where she questioned everything, her worth, her purpose, her next step. Because when your identity has been tied to your title, your income, your ability to provide and produce and perform, and then that's taken from you, you don't just lose a job. You lose the version of yourself you thought you were. And nobody talks about that part Nobody talks about the silence after the storm, the way your phone stops ringing, the way people don't know what to say, so they say nothing, the way you have to reintroduce yourself to yourself. But here's what Melissa discovered in that silence, and it's the reason this podcast exists. Disruption doesn't have to be the end of your story. It can be the beginning of a different one, not a lesser one, a different one. She started asking new questions, not why did this happen to me, but what is this making room for? Not how do I get back to who I was, but who do I have the chance to become now? And slowly, not overnight, not in some Instagram-worthy glow-up moment, but slowly, she started rebuilding. She wrote a book called Transforming Trauma: How You Turn Your Pain into Power. She built a brand. She developed a framework. She learned how to use AI tools, stretch a budget, and build a team without burning out. And now, she's teaching other women how to do the same thing, not from a pedestal, from the process. That's the bounce back journey. Before we move forward, I want you to pause for just a moment.
Notice where your own disruption began and what it's been trying to teach you. If you're in the middle of it right now, if you're listening to this in your car or on a walk or late at night when you can't sleep, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not starting over. You are starting from experience. Everything you've survived up until now, that's not wasted time. That's your data. That's your evidence that you can handle hard things. That's the foundation for what comes next. Right now, you may still be in the disruption. That's okay. Direction comes later, and we'll walk there together. The Bounce Back Journey trademark is a framework built for women like you. Women in their 45 to 65 season who've been through something. Job loss, divorce, health crises, business failure, identity shifts, the things that make you wonder if your best days are behind you. They're not. This podcast is going to walk you through the rebuild. Season 1 is called From Disruption to Direction because that's where it starts. Taking the chaos and finding your compass again. You'll hear stories, you'll get strategies, you'll learn how to use your past as fuel instead of carrying it as weight. And here's my promise to you. This is not about toxic positivity. We're not going to skip over the hard parts or pretend it's easy. But we're also not going to stay stuck there. We're going to move through it together. So if this resonated with you, here's what I want you to do. Follow this podcast so you don't miss an episode. Share it with a woman who needs to hear that she's not alone. And come back next week, ready to go deeper. This is the Bounce Back Journey podcast. I'm Rain, and I'll see you in the next episode. Come for the conversation. Stay for the clarity. Leave with your power back.